But we do have Raid Hardpoint coming up for you in just a moment. I'm sure the players are just changing their streets, the classes, and altering what they need to before starting it.
Both teams being very quiet now. I think they realise the gravity of this situation.
Epsilon look really, really deflated. You saw the faces of Mad Cat and Jerd, possibly the best two players in Europe. Look at them. They're not happy at the moment. They need to win this game. I'm sure if they do, they will go into the Search and Destroy. And I think, as you say, I think this is, you know, make or break for Epsilon.
Now, I'm trying to remember the statistics in my head. If I remember correctly, Epsilon haven't won a hardpoint against Infused yet. Last series, I believe Infused took the 2 hardpoints. Infused took this hardpoint as well. So technically, this is probably why they're looking rose. They're sitting there going, we're one of the best hardpoint teams in the game, and we've lost 3 of them.
I've played Epsilon this tournament at hardpoint, and how a team can beat them, I don't know. Infused have done it 3 times this tournament. Epsilon really needs to step the game up here. You know, and I don't think I'd ever hear myself saying that. And I said this at the start of the tournament, if Epsilon don't win this tournament, you know, I'll be surprised. That's what I said to myself. Now you've seen the, you know, the strength of Infused with the pickup as Tommy. You can see Epsilon getting pumped up here. This is, again, going to be a
I'm not even sure my heart could take a game 11 at this rate. I mean, for us to get there, and even if it went 5-5, I don't even think commentary would be necessary. I think everybody who's watching would be able to provide their own automatic commentary in their head just because of how tense it would be. But here we go. Potential championship match here.
Yep, Infused are on the preferable better side just for the first hardpoint. You'll see them flood this. Infused, the one thing that I really like is the way Josh and Jake SMG. You know, you've got Tommy, he'll probably do whatever he wants to do. But the way Josh, Jake, obviously SMG together, they'll be straight in this hardpoint, as I'm saying here, and taking the first couple of points.
So else on board with Josh currently at the moment as he tries to make that first kill. Both teams in this hardpoint. At the moment, he does go down. Jake goes down as well as I switch to him. Tommy is now in there. Can he make this kill? He does actually get it, and it does mean that at the moment, Infused have 4 points on the board, but look how much is being contested.
Yeah, one thing that I'd say there is too, we saw Tommy using an SMG, so it looks like Vintage is going to be that lone strength anchor for Infused. They're gonna, the rest of them are just going to be piling into these hard points, as you see there. Mad Cat coming better on Infused. Jake answering back with a nice 2-piece here. It looks like they're trying to be juggled. This is Jerd is juggling the hill perfectly here, taking out 2, getting a push 325, and that is full streaks for Jerd. Full
streaks for Jerd here, and it does look like both teams now got to start thinking about this rotation. And see how it's actually going to go down. They're still flooding this at the moment.
Yeah, there's still 10 points on this, and every point matters at the moment. And I think Jerd is going off right now. He's got the 2-piece once again. He's going to go for the knife. Unfortunately, getting taken out by Tommy there. Tommy's got the... oh, no, Tommy actually just gets taken out as well by Swanee. So Jake somehow is around the back of the whole Epsilon lineup.
He is, and that's going to cause them to split their fire. I'm going to jump on board with them. He has to sneak away, and this means that Epsilon are not actually able to concentrate on defending one area, but at the moment they're okay. Vintage is trying to sneak around the side. Can he make this kill? He needs to. Doesn't get it either. Epsilon now trying to take a commanding lead on this, and Swanee has streaks as well, and this is bad news for Infused.
Yeah, that's really bad news, and it's even worse news when you've got to face Swanee on a head glitch like that with a shot like he does. Buddy gets taken out. This is great play. Swanee's on the rotation. Swanee's got full streaks, and I believe Jerd had full streaks as well. And Epsilon are really, really in a good spot here.
Let's have a little look at just who has actually got them streaks. Vintage doesn't have anything. Nothing for Infused. Jerd does have full streaks. And Swanee has a Lightning and a Hellstorm. So they can actually, you know what, if they even want to rotate late, they've got enough firepower to just crack any hardpoint open they actually do want to.
Yeah, Tommy nearly killing his own teammates there. Infused answering back with a nice 2-piece here. Tommy's trying to answer back. He's having a bit of a problem, but he does finally take out Jerd, and it looks like this is the confidence. This is Tommy. He's not only taking bullet,
oh my goodness. Tommy, he's showing people how to play confident. This is what we talked about. There is no hesitation in this man when he plays Call of Duty.
No, ridiculous, ridiculous play. Infused, Josh there, taking out of 2. Tommy answering back, Shane answering back with a kill. This is 1-on-1. This is literally kill back-to-back. And I don't know what's going to happen with this hardpoint. It looks like you can see 3 of the Infused lineup flooding that ventilation area at the back, but it looks like Jerd's in a really good spot. Vintage taking out 2. Tommy answering back on Swanee. Infused getting the last scrap points, if you like, on this point. but then...
Oh, good shot by Vintage, but it goes back down in kind. And at the moment, both teams, you can hear them start to fire up. They know how important this is, how tight this game at the moment. Small advantage to Epsilon. They do have the streaks in play. Infused do not. And oh my goodness, we are going to go around for the rotation now. At the moment, Infused have it.
Yeah, not by much at all, and you can see here, just as he's using Flatjack and Tapmas. Now, that is the complete opposite of what he was before when he was just lonely on his own, just playing, you know, extreme conditioning with dexterity. But, you know...
Jake has power now.
Yep, Jake indeed does. And, you know, Infused are in a really good spot here, but I believe Score Street's going to come into play. Jake's actually managed to dodge those. Swanee taking him out. Shane killing Tommy there, and this is really, really good for Epsilon. However, Jake is putting down his lightning strike.
Does bring it down. He does only get one kill though, and it does seem like Infused have actually spawned out, so it's not great play for them. They did not get that kill either. There's been a lot of streaks actually burned on this hill as he does get taken down, but Jerd, sorry, is actually bringing in the War Machine trying to take it down. Shane gets taken down by Vintage as well. Vintage has been playing out of his skin all tournament with kills like that. They're desperately trying to hold on. It is still so tight in this game, 71 to 82. Epsilon have the small advantage but do not have the rotation.
That's it. There's only 10-15 points in this, and we're on the final hill of the first rotation here. I like the way that Infused have really got set up on this, you know, but it looks like Epsilon are going for kind of the pinch of every single way possible. They're coming in zigzag, they're coming in through the pillars, and it looks like they've just failed to go through the kitchen. But
oh, look at this kickoff in the middle. Everybody I switched to is dying right now. Jake is now currently in there. Starting to get in there. That is actually the War Machine coming into play from Jerd. Trying to get the kills here as both teams fighting tooth and nail for this.
Yeah, kill after kill in the kill feed there. You can see it just Tommy answering back with a two-piece here. Madcap, you know, he's such a strong player. He's not only using an AO but an SMG. Epsilon gaining, I think gaining the next spawns. However, Infused are picking up the points.
Oh, big kill from Tommy. Oh! Tommy with the wonderful three-piece there to just kind of lock this down and get some points on it. They should be able to take the lead with this one again. Epsilon have chosen, you know what, have it. We're going to try and get the rotation.
Yeah, Infused, you know, you can see here Tommy just picking up the scrap points, leveling it out now and actually taking the lead. Josh getting a nice two-piece on the rotation, so that's made them spawn out. But it looks like Shane is just going to get under fire by the Hellstorm, and Epsilon are in control of the hard point now.
Certainly is, and Vintage needs to make that kill, and he does. And now they're going to try to put the squeeze on them. They do have the rotation for the next point, which is a critical thing, but they've got to hold on for 45 seconds as Epsilon do some serious slaying.
Yeah, this is something that you love to see, a really, really close game at hardpoint. As you said, Infused do have the spawns at the moment, but it's something they need to push. They need to push onto this hardpoint. They can't let them have this full 30 seconds.
Certainly they do, but Vintage trying to put some serious work there. Jerd answering back in kind as well, as Epsilon are now still in the lead, and Jake answering back in kind, and he's just going down there, trading so much in the middle here. Vintage trying to get this kill. They know they need to get not only these points, but they need to try and get this rotation. It is coming down to the point where they should really be pushing it.
Epsilon came better off on that hard point, and they actually got the spawns for the next one. They know they need to win this. They need to win this hard point. Otherwise, it's game over for them. They're doing a great job so far. Infused are looking to answer back here, but Epsilon have still got the spawn, and Infused are spawning out.
Certainly are, and Vintage is just trying to put shots down. He's going to turn! Doesn't manage to get that kill, though. Epsilon are holding this and just outslaying them, not letting them in. I'm going to jump on board with Jake. He is going to try and get the rotation, but are you really going to take on that man on the head glitch?
Yeah, I mean, one thing you can see here, Jake is not pushing his play, which I really like. He's pushing around the back. He's making sure that he's trying to get these spawns as he can. But unfortunately, his team are not getting the kills in the hard point, and they're still spawning out. This is not good news for Infused, and they need to win this map to finalize their victory in EGL here in the Championship Series. But Epsilon are answering back perfectly.
They really are, and look, they are now starting to build up a lead. Epsilon not able to hold it, and it's going to get taken down as well. The rotation is both teams going for it. They know they both need it.
Yep, this is going to be a big gun battle here. It looks like Swanee's going to get the better of him. And look at the importance of that kill. Jake has literally spawned at the opposite side. But, however, they're making a push. They're making a pinch here. Josh is making a really, really good push on the right-hand side of the hill. He's got the hill. Infused have got this. This is Infused's time. They need to get a full 60 points, get in the lead, and they need to get back in this game. And Josh is pushing out that pool perfectly.
Let's have a little look at just who, if anybody, has some streaks left in the bank. I don't think there is. So it is all to play for here. There will be no score streak breaking hard points as Infused certainly put the hammer down. But at the moment it's being contested, and that's not what Infused want.
Yeah, Vintage actually made a huge two-piece that we didn't catch at the moment. When Josh flanked round the right-hand screen, he actually gave Infused a really good spawn, and that's just the way that they overpowered them through red and zigzag. However, Vintage is going off on his own. Unfortunately, he can't take out everyone, but he tried his best. Epsilon are going to get these last 20 scrap points.
That's a big lead.
Yeah, that's going to put them at least 50 in the lead.
But here we go. They need to hold this really. They've given up a lot of time here. You've got to remember that it isn't just the 20 seconds. It kind of doubles up because it's not only 20 seconds you're giving the enemy team, but it's 20 you don't get for yourself.
Yeah, inevitably they could have leveled that up, but now they're going into the next one with a minus 50. Epsilon making 3 big kills right on the rotation. You know, with that rotation you see here, Jerd and I think another Epsilon player spawning out. This is going to be a real battle. Josh needs to go huge right now.
Epsilon does going to get this kill as well. He does manage to make that kill. Sit down, Epsilon. He needs to keep making these kills here. Josh is going to be so vital as he picks up yet again another kill. Jake making it as well, and they should be able to get good points here. They are set up and ready. They do not have the favourable spawn, though. A lot of people like to come down the stairs, but oh my God, Josh.
Not only
Josh!
a 6 kill streak, he's got full score streaks going into the last one. They were 50 down. Now they're only 20 down. They really need to make this play. And Jerd has just broke that hard point with 3 kills, I believe that was.
He has done it as well, Josh.
Wow.
Now incoming lightning strike, and they can take it down as Jerd. Jump on board with him, gets some serious kills down, and that is actually completely open as both teams bring in Hellstorms.
Yeah, this is literally fight to the death. Jerd, Josh bringing in the score streak. They go in with 30 points lead. There is only 50 points left on the board, and they really need to pick these up.
They certainly do. This could be anyone's game at the moment. Infused, look like they were just about to do it. I'm just going to jump on board with the man with the war machine and see if he can do it. He needs to break it out now, in my opinion.
Yeah, they need to literally get every point. 35 seconds left on it. I think it slipped out of their hands. This is going to game number 5.
We are
game
going
number 7 or
all
whatever
the way
it is.
to the end. Infused look like they might have had it there for a second, but just a tiny bit too far. Let's look at the scoreboard for this one.
Do you know what that was? Right at the end, and we weren't on board with Jerd. Jerd actually broke Josh's kill streaks, or Josh's streak in basketball. He got a 3-piece for himself, and he got the last 17 points on that hill, and it put him in such a good position. 46 to 30, 7,000 points the man has got.
Mr. does what he wants for a reason, and apparently what he wants to do is win that hard point.
And look at him, so calm, collective. He knows that he needs to win this one, and Epsilon at Search and Destroy. What can we say?
Look at how tense, right? These two teams are famous for being incredibly loud, and they weren't even saying that much during that game. You can tell how tense they got there. They didn't even celebrate it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Usually you can see these guys bouncing out of their seats, but instead, Meerkat was talking to his team, making sure they knew exactly what they had to do. 47 and 32 for Jerd as well. And we are going to game number 11. Search and Destroy.
This is what I wanted. This is what I love to see.
Now, I brought up the statistic last time that Infused have beaten Epsilon 3 times on their hard point in this series, and they just lost that one. But Epsilon, on the flip side of that, have actually beaten Infused 3 times on the S&D.
Yeah.
Will this go the same way Infused win it? I just don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
I still can't get over the fact that, Jerd just dropped 7,100 points on a hard point. He really kind of shut out that other team. And as I said, he stepped it up. He did what he needed to do. You said yourself, Infused have won 3. Now Epsilon have answered back. Epsilon have won 3 Search and Destroy. Infused need to answer back, and this is it. This is, do or die. EGL11 champions. 1 game of Search and Destroy. I can't even call it.
Me either. I'll be honest with you. It's one of them ones we don't even want to collect. You may see grand final 5-5 Epsilon and Infused. I couldn't think of a better way to end the kind of season here for Black Ops 2 myself. And I'm sure there are a lot of people watching at home. You can tweet in hashtag EGL11. Who do you think will take the Search and Destroy for this one? And I would look forward to seeing this after the game. I'm sure there are a fair few people watching.
Yeah, and I think Epsilon are hoping it's going to be as easy as the last S&D that they played there, winning 6-0. I don't think it is. I think Infused, and they're definitely not going to give up this time.
I stand off Search and Destroy. Keep an eye out for the snipers. And I'll be honest with you, it's one of the rare times that I am lost for words because this is an incredible final. And whatever there is no man in the world that would call this with 100% confidence. And you can see that look at the concentration on the face of Epsilon on your screen right now. Yeah. Meerkat is having, there's a lecture going on about what they need to do in this next one.
Yeah, and one of the things that I would say on this map, vintage sniping, we've seen it before. Tommy with his Scorpion rush in middle. Now, that's the thing about being at the end of the game. You know what players do. I could literally go through all 8 players and tell you what they're going to do. But it's something that, they change just a different corner, different route. and it's so important. But
This reminds me of EGL, the last EGL, in fairness. We had, funny enough, Tommy was in the final against Infused in that one, and it was this map that Infused,
Millennium, yes.
Yeah, Infused actually won on. If you remember correctly, Vintage went off the rails, and I think he was 11-0 with the sniping.
Yeah.
And you know what, Infused could use a little bit of that magic right now.
You know, Tommy may be wanting a bit of a revenge for himself here, and I'm sure he is, but you know, Vintage with this sniper, Tommy, it's just so hard to call, and we're going to have to literally let this go. But I'm hoping for a close one. I'm hoping for a 5-5.
You know what, you're hoping for a close one. I can't actually see it going any other way. I mean, I'm sure there's been a lot of fan appreciation for both these teams. They put on just a hell of an exhibition. There is no other words for it.
Yeah, it literally has been one game. You know, coming into this final, you can't expect anything less, but Search and Destroy Epsilon have been very strong throughout the last 2 series they've played versus Infused. I'm sure they're probably going into this with a lot of confidence. They've just won the hard point, which they've not done in the last 3 times. So I'm sure Epsilon are really pumped to do this. And I'm gonna go with Epsilon.
You're gonna go with Epsilon?
Yep.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. And I'm still looking at that concentration, man. You barely even see any smiles, and usually you can't stop these guys from laughing and joking about for a game with the confidence. And a little bit of a yawn from Tommy there in the background.
Well, it is getting on for probably, I don't even know what time it is.
I don't even want to know what time it is. It is certainly a late one here.
Yeah, I mean, these games, you know, they always seem to go to the very last map, and that's what makes it so late and so intense, really. And, you know, with these players have been playing since 9 o'clock this morning. We're talking 15, 16-hour days of playing and waiting, and it is really tiring. You know, the amount of Rockstar that's probably gone through them is ridiculous. Infused looking tired as well on the phones here, but, you know, it's too close to call, and we're going right into it.
Infused trying to get pumped once again, and here we go. Last map to determine who will be the last European champions on Black Ops 2 for this entire season. It is going to be standoff, search and destroy, which will be the decider, and we will jump on board with the attacking team, and that is going to be Infused first off.
Just going on board there, I said Epsilon. I look at the Infused lineup, I really don't know. This is going to be a game, as you said.